Hello everybody, I hope everyone's having a lovely day, or lovely evening I should say. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves. And hello guys, and welcome back to EIR. We are here for round 8 of season 3. We are here for the Monaco Grand Prix. And not many drivers tonight unfortunately, but I have a feeling it's just because we are in Monaco, so fingers crossed. Next week we will have more people. I'm just going to move this over ever so slightly. But yeah, so we have no one new, but we do have Brad back. Um, he actually, believe it or not, has no Wi-Fi at home, but is currently using his mum's hotspot to race tonight. So big him up. Anyways, Kreml. I need to turn my headset up. There we go. So we did have quite a big update for F1 today. Oh my god. I don't look like they've changed the camera angle. I don't really know. So, pole here, probably very important. Probably the most important pole of anyone's lives. Sounds like they've changed the audio as well, actually. I don't know if that's just me. But Kreml starts his first flying lap into turn 1. Bitch, that's rude. You're right, Geordie. How are you, mate? Oh, Kreml losing the car. Keeps it in a straight line. Does have a car slightly ahead of him. Hopefully it won't cause him too much nuisance. Kreml heading through the tunnel for the first time on his laps. Apart from his out lap. Into the heaviest braking zone there is. Heading towards the swimming pool now. Had to factory. Oh Jesus! I can imagine that's probably quite annoying. That is Despair, I think. Doing Kreml a bit of a toe there. Kreml with a 1:11.4. We head on board with the Mercedes of LTK, who went through the final corner. DRS wide open. This is going to be a very quick lap of 1:10.1 as we head back on board with Reese. He moves up into second place. Gangster Al has invalidated and crashed. Lovely. Might want to... Yeah, there you go. Get it into reverse. Here comes Havoc. Nearly putting it into the wall. How long have you been taking to install things then, George? Yellow flag, that's Ferrari getting out the way. As Havoc heads out the final corner. DRS wide open. Going to be the slowest time of qualifying so far as we head on board with Despair as he heads out the final corner. DRS wide open, taking the shortest line, goes up into third. And now we have Bradford, who is lagging like hell. He goes to the line. It's a very slow lap though. It's a 1:12.7. Basically all day and still haven't even touched OBS. Oh Jesus. Reese goes even quicker. 1:10.1 goes slightly ahead of LTK, and LTK invalidates his flying lap. We have championship leader Let Joe. Historically, he's done fairly well here. On some occasions, he's had a pretty bad performance. So we'll see how he does tonight. We'll be looking to extend his lead as he starts his flying lap now. He does have a Haas car just behind him as they come into the pits. That was Havoc. Let Joe on a lap now into turn one. Oh, gets a bit wide and hits the outside wall there. Let Joe looking to grab pole position. He goes purple in sector one, but because he hasn't set it up, doesn't really mean all too much. Thanks to Al back out on track with a new front wing, as he did kind of drive into a wall. Let Joe into the chicane. I think he went a little bit too deep there. Grazing up against the wall and again through the swim pool. Again hitting the wall. We're going to have a lot of pit stops today. Joe out the final corner. I would imagine this could be the fastest time we've seen. And it's a 1:09.1. Going to Al back out on track. They have definitely changed. It doesn't look. No, he's hit the wall a fair few times by the looks of things. Going to Al. Got XFR Optic as well out on track. BXCN usually waits nearer to the end of the session to come out. I'm the Pog with no front wing. I was having a quick chat with him just before the session started, and he told me that he's only had about 20 minutes worth of practice. He's been ill all week, so I think he'll be happy with. I mean, everyone will be getting points if they finish tonight, so. Thanks, I've got a Red Bull behind him, but I think that's just Joe wanting to get to the pits, I'd imagine. Comes in. Let's get back on board with Gangster Hour as he heads out the final corner. That'll be our 1:16.6, so that is the slowest lap time we have seen. I don't know what Gangster Hour is doing, but we move. Optic. Currently about to start his lap with a car on his outside, I think. Oh, LTK has crashed out on circuit. I think Optic might be putting out of this lap. Yeah. Who is that? That is. I don't think the spare. I think he just kind of put him off. I don't think he's blocked him or anything. So we'll jump on board with Havoc actually, I think. As Optic will set a lap, but it's not going to be an entirely quick lap, so we will jump back on board with the Hash driver as he is currently up. Oh, but he's in a bit too deep there, so that is going to lose him all the time that he's just gained as he heads through into the swimming pool, and he is up, actually. I am telling a lie. Ooh, this could have got a little bit wider there to get a bit more of an angle on the next corner. Out to the final corner now. DRS wide open. Will have it jump up any places. And he goes up to 4th. So he will just behind LTK. He will be directly starting behind his teammate as we've got to spare on a lap himself. But I'm the Pog starting his first flying lap. We've also got Optic on a lap as well, who's just behind Despair. Optic will be looking for a decent starting position here. Into Raskas out of the final corner now, a little bit wide. DRS wide open though. That's going to be a 1 minute 10.9. Goes up to 6th place. Despair comes in to the pits. That is Havoc getting well out of the way. Let Joe starts his next line. That Reese comes in, so it will be Under Paul who is invalidating his first flying. Well, technically his first flying. Now, thanks to Al doing some back-to-back laps. Bradford crosses the line, goes up to 5th place, just behind Havoc. Not much of a gap, to be fair. BXCN finally out on circuit. I did say like he usually leaves it quite late. Let Joe even further up on his time than he was before. Looks like he is going to be dominating quite a bit tonight by the looks of things as he heads into the swimming pool section. Currently 5 tenths up, and this is looking like a really good lap. Let Joe into Raskas now. Very nice. Out the final corner. Gets the traction down nicely. DRS wide open. ERS all the way to the line. It's going to be a 108.4. And that is, I would imagine, is quite unbeatable. Here comes I'm the Pog, though. His teammate will stay on board for the rest of this lap. Let's see if the Red Bull driver can get a Red Bull 1-2 up at the top. As I'm the Pog heads out the final corner now. It's probably going to be around about. Goes up to P2, so this is currently Red Bull domination at its finest. We'll jump on board with BXCN as he looks to split the Red Bulls. You want to be at least like 1 minute 4 coming out of the final corner. Like this should be P2, I'd imagine. Yep, up to P2. Called it. Still 6 tenths off the quickest time though. Thanks to Al on a lap. Brad also on an out lap. BXCN finding his way through. He's a whole 9 tenths quicker than John. John has got a bit of time to find, I'd imagine. Let Joe retiring in the pits. He knows he's probably grabbed pole position. I can't see anyone beating that personally. If someone can beat that, Havoc also retiring, so he has had enough of the session. With 5 minutes remaining, thanks to Al still doing back-to-back laps. Kreml also out on track. Kreml picking up his first points at the last round. That is his first points for himself and Ferrari. Ferrari scoring a few points. Only Ferrari driver here tonight as his teammate is unable to be here, unfortunately. We are losing quite a few people, but that gives Red Bull and Haas, who are currently the leading two up at the top, to battle it within themselves. Here comes Kreml, starting his flying lap now. Gangstal is still on an invalidated lap, so we won't jump on board with him until a little bit further around, unless he comes into the pits, obviously. Kreml hugging the wall through Casino, slightly taps the wall, but could get away with it. Currently a 10th up, so he's doing everything that he can do. He'll be trying to probably get above Optic, which isn't impossible to do. Only needs to gain a few tenths, which is, I mean, at Monaco, probably very hard, I would imagine. Into the chicane. It's looking okay. It's not been the most tidiest lap. Currently 4.5 tenths up, so he's doing everything he can, but he hits the session, and that is Brad. Currently left the session. That is probably due to the fact that he is currently on data and not actual Wi-Fi. Here comes Kreml. Did lose a bit of time there though, so that may be the reason why he's lost a bit of time. Let's get on board with Reese as he heads through the tunnel now. Kreml's slowing down, obviously, and he's on a outlap. I would imagine he might try and recharge the ERS and go again on this lap. Reese appears to be lagging. I could be wrong. Did have a problem with that last week. It might just be a server issue because a few people do lag every now and then. But Reese out the final corner. Goes up to third, so he puts Pog down to fourth. Let's get on board with Optic, who has pulled out of this lap, but it does look like Kreml is trying to recharge those batteries to jump on board with Despair, who hits the wall and is now out of qualifying. Clown! I mean, you knew it was going to happen eventually, didn't we? Let's all be honest. Kreml starting his next flying lap. He is ahead of DXT. No, it's Reese, but he's on a cooldown lap, so I'd imagine this will be his qualifying over potentially. No, he is actually up this time. So he has gone back-to-back laps as he heads now into the final corner. DRS wide open. Spare being Despair as always. Yes. Despair to the line, and Reese has got P2 just behind Joe. I'm the Pog starting another lap now. So we'll get on board with him a little bit later as we jump on board with Optic and starting another lap. Kreml down. I'd imagine all these people. Here comes BXCN, who is also on another flying lap. John currently 2 tenths up. Reese, I'm guessing, is done. I don't think he'll get back to the line in time. Bradford starts his last flying lap. Optic on a lap himself. Kreml will be going again, so he will be the last car to cross the line. Who will be the first? It will be John. He heads through the swimming pool chicane. Absolutely beautiful. Can he grab pole position? BXCN crashes out on circuit. Here comes John out of the final corner. Can he fight for pole position to the line? He goes into P2. Second driver into the 108. Here comes Reese though. Stays P3. Optic though, currently nearly 5 tenths up into the final couple of corners now. Can he move up above Despair? Doesn't really have to gain all too much time, but can he jump up a few paces? I reckon he will. To the line. He goes up to 6th, and here comes Brad as well as he heads towards the final line and stays P8. And here comes Kreml currently up on his time as well into penultimate corner, but runs in a bit too deep. That is probably going to cost him all the time that he's just gained, but we'll see if he's able to jump up any positions. And I think he's staying P10, I think. He goes up to 8th. That's a solid lap. Yeah, well, start at 21. There we have it. Let Joe on pole position with I'm the Pog in P2, Reese in P3, BXCM in P4, LTK in P5, Optic in P6, Havoc in P7, Kreml P8, Brad in P9, Despair in P10 and Gangster Al, starting in last place all the way down in 11th. Well, I'm getting put into a wall turn one. Yes, absolutely scintillating scenes. How are you, Jack? How are you? I haven't spoke to anyone in absolute ages. I'm literally just waiting until Friday until the new FIFA comes out. But then I'm actually gonna play the game. Can I be asked to play anymore? Probably not. Especially FIFA 24 or EA 24, whatever you want to bloody call it. That's another monster can finished. Get the other one. Who's on pole? Who do you think? Yeah, I'll show you actually. Joe, John, Reese, BXDN, LTK, Optic, Havoc, Kreml, Brad, Despair, and Gangster Al. Nerd. How are you, Squire? Fair teams. Yeah, but John likes Monaco. So, I mean, anyone that gets paired with Joe is pretty much guaranteed a Constructors' Championship. You moved to uni now, haven't you? And how's that? Pretty boring. Yeah. So have you got to buy an Ethernet cable then? Very confusing why you can't use Wi-Fi. I'm literally currently watching Big Bang Theory whilst I stream. Literally, that's all I've been watching for the past over the weekend, I think. And this Xbox is absolutely boiling. Got about a minute until we start, or whenever. Get ready up now. There we go. Formation lap underway. People opting for more the medium, which is, I think, pretty standard. Let Joe leads the field. Put your guesses of how many pit stops they're going to be. But everyone has to pit at least once, so that's 11 confirmed. Well, unless you crash out. I'm going to guess 32. That would be my guess. Seems we don't do the points anymore, but Joe might want to slow down. Put Krebel all the way at the back for some reason. Oh, what sham. Here we go. Of course. There we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Despair already up one position. Havoc already gaining position as well. And it is fairly easy through the first few rounds. I think Gangster Hour had to cut on the inside. And we head into Casino Square for the first time in this race. 39 laps. Currently under the belts. And that Joe leads us into the hairpin for the very first time. I'm the Pog sitting in P2, Reese in P3. Yeah, and all over the back of Reese currently. Brad losing a bit of time at the start. Despair's had a great start to this race. I don't think we've lost any front wings yet. Give it time. I'm the Pog already 1.4. 1.6 now off the back of his teammate. But isn't really going to be under much pressure. But here comes Reese though. Will he look for up the inside? Doesn't go for the move just yet. And Despair. Havoc round the outside of Despair by the looks of things. Here comes Optic on to the back of said driver. Now these three at Imola all had their separate incidents with Despair. I think they both had like 3 or 4 each with Despair, Havoc and Optic. And Despair was given 20 seconds over some of the incidents. Reese actually does have a 10-second time penalty being added to his race tonight. So currently that would put him, I think, 10th. Well, GG's on your win, Joe. Despair onto the back of Havoc. DRS activated after 1 lap. Reese is looking very racy tonight. BXCN keeps an eye on from behind. LTK, so he was going to die at turn 1. He's managed to get through the first 2.5 laps. But yeah, everyone that does finish will get points. Probably going to see a few penalties being picked. Oh, LTK losing the rear. It's going to lose him a bit of time. Ooh, needs to be careful. You don't want to do that too many times. You will break the end plate of your wing. And you don't want to do that round Monaco. LTK already into the pits with a broken front wing, and this is going to be a very long afternoon. Reese right onto the rear of On the Pog. We have a yellow flag, we have a safety car, and I think that might be Jude's against the Owl, maybe. There's a massive amount of broken front wing on the front straight. So who has lost a big ass chunk of their front wing? Everyone looks... Oh, Kreml. That'll be right. So safety car already. I wonder if John is trying to give himself a gap, just in case Joe does pit. Do you want to pit on lap 4 when you're on mediums? Probably not. When saying that, you're going to be probably guaranteeing another safety car a little bit later, so maybe going onto the hards now is going to be okay. See what John does. Stays out, but Reese comes in. Maybe I could give him the 10-second time penalty now. It's serve it. So Reese comes out in 8th. Kreml has retired. That is a shame. Don't know why you guaranteeing yourself points. There's no bunch to build up now, so I actually do want to see what these new cars look like. I can't really tell any differences. I can't lie. I ain't got a clue. I'll be fairly honest. Can't tell the difference. We've got one more lap. Ugh. Yeah, I think the safety car will be in this lap. Find out fairly soon. I think like now. There you go. Look. So that Joe effectively becomes the safety car. Let Joe out of the final corner. Gets this race back underway. BXCN right onto. Oh, that looked a bit noisy there. Despair. Havoc up the inside of Despair. And Despair spinning and Havoc into the wall. That's a very fiery start from them two. Bradford up to 6th in his Lagmobile. Safety car. Apparently, they still haven't fixed that. Oh my god. Havoc. Okay. I know why. It's because he ran off the track and then overtook. Absolute clown. Only Joe can have it, nothing really. Got another yellow flag. That is Reese having a problem. Looks like he has spun and has broken that front wing. That he's going to slow down so he doesn't pick up a penalty. Good man. Joe getting that nice little gap DRS, sorry, activated again. Got Bradford onto the back of Optic. Despair currently trying to get onto the back of Brad. Reese into the pits. So if he does retire from this race, penalty just gets carried over. So whenever he finishes the race. You're not supposed to take that much curb to spare. Top 3 absolutely gone out of it. Despair hitting that wall ever so slightly there. A little tap like that can easily damage the front wing, and of course Despair picks up the time penalty. Ow! BXCN is looking very quick, I can't lie. He looked for the move there. It was a little bit further back than he probably wanted. Oh, John's wide. Back through the tunnel we go. Havoc picks up a 3-second time penalty. So when he pits next, he will then serve that 10-second time penalty. John's a bit wide there though. BXCN looking for the move that he wants. Oh, he's a little bit wide. Optic gets past Havoc. Wonder if he'll be a little bit nice to Brad when he goes for an overtake. I thought he was actually letting him through then. Oh, Brad is currently being pushed. LTK round the outside of, and Gangster out is into the books for a new front wing. Oh, people are drifting now apparently. Another yellow flag, that is against Al. Through the swimming pool. Ooh, LTK up. Oh, it's not LTK fault. It wasn't Despair's fault either. I imagine he's pitting for a new front weight. Yep. Rad now gets past Havoc. Gets Cien still onto the back of Pog. Defending quite well though. Havoc now into the pits. Serving that 10-second time penalty. Oh, Beatston's up to second now. Missed that overtake. I think John will be happy with a P3. I mean, I know he wants wins and that, but I think it'll come today, unfortunately. Ooh, LTK raising the wall. Nice little three-way battle for P4. LTK right onto the back of Brad. LTK down the inside, doesn't go for the move. Brad outbreaks himself and picks on a 3-second time penalty. LTK putting him under a lot of pressure here. Brad a little bit wide again. Oh, LTK's into the wall. You're in neutral. Ah, yeah, I knew that was going to come. He probably would have made a round, but he was in neutral. And then he started driving the wrong way down the track. So I kind of knew it was going to start happening. I'm trying to make things a bit boring now. And then Brad's slowly starting to catch up to... thought Brad was about to do a Charles Leclerc then, hit his inside tyre onto the wall. Oh, Brad nearly into the wall himself. LTK, if you do watch this eventually, at least you made it further than what you thought you were going to. But you did get the corner right. You did get murdered at turn 1. Murdered by the disqualification. You'll probably start seeing people pit around lap, maybe. Well, we have probably around lap 20, 21, or now. Optic up into second, Brad up to third. I think this is the highest Optic has been. Imagine there's a safety car now. Wouldn't really make much difference, but... Rather than the back of Optic. Probably won't be too long until Optic pits. What about Joe? What's he doing? He's still going on. So he's probably trying to extend. Brad is all over the back of him. I wonder if Optic is going to pit. Nope, stays out for one more lap. Brad with not the greatest of exits out of the final corner, so I don't think he's going to be able to make a move into turn 1. He won't. Might be better off waiting for him to pit, but if you're going to be losing a lot of time, maybe it's best to try and go for a move. It won't be too long until the mediums start going completely off. Let Joe and Optic, the only ones that are on mediums that started this Grand Prix. Joe does look like he's suffering slightly on his tyres, but continues on for at least another lap. You can't really go for a move at Monaco. You can go for a move, but the chances you won't get the overtake done are slow, so you might as well wait for Optic to pit and then just put your foot down. So this will be interesting to see when Brad pits. Brad probably won't pit until around lap... I want to say like lap 23, 24, potentially. Because Joe will pit fairly soon, I would imagine. Optic is now behind Spare. But Spare does have a penalty, so... Pretty as it stands, Reese wouldn't lose a position. But he may have to pit again. Havoc might pit. Joe continues on. Another lap. That is lap 18 completed. On board with BXTM. BXTM right onto the back of Bradford. I mean, Brad doesn't have to get in the way, but he's going to be a pit stop down. Both getting through turn one pretty well. Could be a move into this next corner, trying to go round the outside. Brad defending well. BXM moves up the inside. Can he get the job done? He doesn't get the job done just yet, though. Could be a move through the tunnel, which is going to be very sketchy, I can't lie. Oh, BXM losing the rear. And that's going to give Brad a few more attempts in hand. And Joe indeed does pit. I think he will come out ahead of Brad as well. So he's going to be... He will probably get a Grand Slam here. Brad defending like a lion. So Joe does indeed come out in P1. The spare picks up a time penalty. Oh my. Oh dear. Well, Brad's going to have to pick this lap. John down the inside. Don't think he needed to be that aggressive doing the overtake. I think Brad was letting him through anyway. I think BXTN has got a bit of a He has got a major broken front wing. I don't know how bad Brad's is. He's spun anyway. Don't do what LGK done. There you go, look. You're going to get overtaken by Despair, but it's fine. That's going to be... Why would you go that side of it? Oh, this is getting very ugly. I'm the pod looks 3 seconds left. I mean, we've both got broken front wings now. Rocked got a broken front wing. No. I'd imagine Brad will be in. Oh, no, stays out. Oh dear. Those don't really bother me, because they don't usually tend to do much. BXN could be in a bit of trouble though, John. But John does have a 3-second runway. Joe fastest lap of the race with a 1:10.7, and he is going for that Grand Slam. We used to do an extra point for Grand Slam. We stopped doing it because not many people were doing it. And Brad into the pits. I think John had a bit of an issue there. He was slightly invisible. Spare does have quite a bit of a broken front wing. I think both sides are broken. Yeah, they are. Oh my god. Oh, God is out of the Monaco Grand Prix. He's going to be in my chat in a minute, I feel it. No! I don't know what happened. I have no idea. He was near BXTN. I don't know if that was a contributing factor. But, oh. Because he was here when it retired. I don't know if you can see that on the stream. He was there, so he might have lost the car and put it into the wall. I don't really know. Thanks for help. 3-second time penalty. Joe opts for the pit. And so does BXCN. I'd imagine the spare will also be in to fix that very shoddy broken front wing. I wonder if Optic will also follow suit. He does indeed. The spare, of course, with some 10-second time penalty. He's angry, he's pissed now. Oh, this race. Did you just lose the car? I mean, Bradley just pitted, so... Yeah, Optic up to third. Brad was ahead. Oh, I feel for you, mate. I really do. Havoc is a whole minute behind, by the way. Bouvet has just pitted, so... Did he pit the lap before, though? Because he is behind these guys. Oh, Reese has been lapped. Car just dropped on the bump, it's fine, I'm not even mad. Oh, that sucks, mate. I think Reese wants to let it get past and then he can unlap himself. Nope, that's out into the wall. Ooh. He really wants to be let through. I don't blame him. Out throw into the pits again. Go on to the next week. Spain, right? No, next week's Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, I like Canada. I don't mind Canada, to be fair. I got my second ever podium in E-race. Could have got a win, but I bottled it and got a penalty. Well, Reese is kind of fucked. Oh, I'm a dip. I'm going to soak my back, start to play out. Alright, mate. Unlucky about tonight. But we go again next week. Oh, Grandsal's back in the pits again. Safety car should be in this lap. Yep. Yeah, it was on 4 o'clock. Be out. Elevated. Alright, mate. Speak to you soon. I feel for John. Felt like he had some. Definitely had a chance. Well, he was definitely going to get a podium tonight. But that is Monaco in a nutshell. I think Reese is going to try and unlap himself here. Which he is more than welcome to do. Is currently getting blue flag though, so he needs to be careful. Oh, Spare and Brad. I want Optic to get a podium. Feel like he deserves one. Like Brad does have a bit more pace than Optic, but with both of them with penalties sat behind Optic with 12. Oh, Brad's into the pits. Oh yeah, he's serving his drive-through, isn't he? Oh, that's a bugger. I mean, Spare's going to kill Optic. Seems. Reese still still antagonising Joe. I'll just send up his inside. I fucking would. He is technically allowed to do this. He's not really interfering with anything. Brad's not too far behind Havoc. Havoc seems to be a bit struggling tonight. That's the Spare running extremely wide. There's Reese. I think there's another one. I will just message Joe to let him through. If he doesn't pick up a penalty for it, then I'll remove it. Ten laps remaining. Joe hasn't really put a foot wrong. BXN, another driver that is definitely getting better every week. To spare with another 3-second time penalty. Come to spare. Right onto the back of Optic. Right, he'll pick up another penalty soon. "19 seconds. I thought he had like 6 there, he got 19. Oh yeah, he picked up a 10-second time by speeding in a bit like a clown. That's definitely another warning. No wonder Optic wasn't that bothered about laying him through then. Oh, Reese is out. That's going to be another safety car. That's a BSC. Gangster's going to get 8. My guy. Oh no, 7th, sorry. Oh, Havoc! I can serve that now, to be fair. He might actually get out ahead of Brad. What's his bro doing? I didn't even realise Jake was here. Can't lie. I didn't even see him join. Into the bits we will go. Oh no, I think he'll come out behind Brad actually. Might be a bit close actually. Oh no, he'll get him. Quite comfortably as well. Oh, it looks like Joe's going to be picking up all the points, and Reese will have to wait another week to serve his penalty. We head on to lap 33 of 39. Hasn't been the most enjoyable race, I can't lie. Extremely tired as well. Jesus. we see how many pit stops we've had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 so far. Oh, let Joe run a 3-second time probably. So only 2 drivers will be picking up a clean race point, which will be BXCN and Optic. Before Optic picks up a time penny. Spare into the wall again. I mean, Despair might try and get the 10-second move, but so the pit lane here is weird where the limiter is because you want to go in as quick as you can, obviously, but it comes to you really quickly. Let me go on board with Joe, see if I can see the line. Because basically, as soon as you turn in, you have to be on the limiter. It's like literally, yeah. As soon as you turn in, you've got to be on the limiter. Despair with a shock horror, another time penalty. As we head on to the 36th lap now. So currently, if we're going to be on penalties, Despair, I think Despair only loses 18. Despair might lose 2, but he's definitely guaranteed to lose 1. As it currently stands, it'll be Joe, BXCN, Optic. I think then Despair. I think. And then I'll be Brad Havoc as well. .37 laps. Well, on to the 37th lap anyway. Brad's starting to gain a bit of time now, actually. So he might creep in. Because, let me go on to that. So he's around 20 seconds. It's going to be close, I have a feeling. We head on to the penultimate lap. I think Optic very lucky to be picking up this podium. I feel like maybe P5, P6 he's probably looking for tonight. I feel like with the crashes from Reese, John, and LTK, I feel like it's definitely gave him this opportunity. I mean, he's... apologies. Don't get me wrong, he wouldn't be where he is, obviously, for his driving, keeping it out the barriers, so I'm not going to disregard that. He's done exceptionally well. And to pick up no penalties as well. I don't know if he's got any warnings. Let's have a look. So he's got one warning. What about BXTN? He's on 4 warnings, but no penalties. I'm guessing some of those probably due to contact, maybe. Brad picks up another time penalty. Again, I don't think that'll mean all too much. I mean, Havoc served his 10 seconds, so he won't get that removed. The only way you can get penalties removed is if you A, don't serve them, or B, give significant evidence why you don't deserve it. Like Despair, he can argue that his 10 seconds was unfair, but he did speed in the pit lane, according to the game. Could be completely wrong. But Joe, absolutely exceptional race from him tonight. He's proven why he is the best driver in EIR as he heads into Raskas for the final time. Out of the final corner as he wins the Monaco Grand Prix and extends the championship lead. BXCN has thrown everything at him today, and BXCN is going to come home in P2. Despair is going to finish P3 on track, but Optic, absolutely exceptional race for him, moves up to P3. It will be interesting to see where Brad now finishes. He drifts round Raskas into the final corner. I don't think he'll get P4. No, those penalties did in fact cost him there, as Havoc, who struggled in the opening phases, will come home in P6, and Gangster Owl comes home in P7 and picks up a good handful of points. What a race that was. Right, let's see if we can get everybody in. That will be Joe, BXTN, and Optic. Yeah, join me in the whilst we wait for them to join. Alright, to go through it, Let Joe wins the Monaco Grand Prix, BXTN in P2, Optic in P3, Despair in P4, Bradford in P5, Havoc P6, Gangster Owl in P7, and out of the race we saw Reese, I'm the Pog, Kreml, and LTK.
Damn!
That was loud. 10-second penny was a joke too. How do you not slow down? Don't ask me. Okay. Hello, BXTN.
Hello.
fun.
God, these two take their time, don't they? Jesus Christ, I ain't got all night. Oh, I'll go to bed.
I think Optic's forgotten how to get to the cooldown room. It's been so long.
I mean, he hasn't been here in a while, so I think the last time was season 1 of EIR, and that was Abu Dhabi.
No, he had to go rest now. He was solid, to be fair.
There he is. He's found his way. We are just waiting for Joe. Actually, we've got two, second and third, so we'll just do U's before Joe eventually joins. Start off with P3 Optic. Congratulations on your P3.
Thank
Probably
you.
a very lucky P3 due to some DNFs ahead of you, but we are here. And I don't think you've had a podium in EIR since, was it Abu Dhabi season 1? I want to say. Well, actually, no, that wasn't you, was it? That was EIR Optics, so that is a completely different person. Oh! Oh, okay, Joe's going to the airport, so it's going to be you two that I interview tonight then.
Or more fun anyway.
Is Optic alive?
Is he on mute?
No.
Optic!
Hello? Bro's died. Bro's that excited.
And then there was one.
Bro was that excited that.
Third time's the charm.
Hello, can you hear me now?
There we
Yes.
go.
There we go. Don't know what happened there.
I have no idea. But yeah, I don't think you've been on a podium since, Abu Dhabi season 1?
No, I have. Fuck you.
What,
I have.
in the EIR?
I got a couple last season.
Did you?
I got a second in the wet behind Light Shock in Australia last year, last season with Chris. So
I've been asleep since then, so
yes. But yeah, it's certainly my first of this season and my first on this game in any league actually.
I think my game's broken. I can't lie. Oh, I need to interviews. There we go.
Yeah, a more important first though is BX and I have been racing each other for 7 years now, and unbelievably, this is the first time he and I have actually shared a podium in any league.
It's crazy.
That's mad.
Yeah, we've both had podiums in every league we've been in, 4 different leagues that we've shared, and it's the first time we've stood on them together. Crazy.
Well, this league is known for its first, so there you go.
But addressing your initial comment, there was no luck involved in that whatsoever. Just loads and loads of skill. 3 on-track passes. Reese did his own thing. I'll let Reese do his own thing. Despair as well, committing whatever heinous acts he was going to commit. I just let him through. He had 19 seconds at that point. I didn't want to fight him, so I just let him through.
I did say that on stream. I was like, he's not going to fight him because of the amount of penalty. I thought he only had like 6. Completely forgetting that he had a 10-second time penalty, but which he has complained about apparently. But apparently it was.
Well, that's the thing. I wanted to stay close enough that because I knew he got a straight 10, so I wanted to stay close enough that if he got that removed, it wouldn't make a difference. I think he finished officially 16 seconds behind me. So even if he gets that removed, I know I'm fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one feels good. It's been a long time, and Monaco. It's funny how much energy I have after Monaco when you finish with a good result.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe X and Joe were the only drivers without penalties. Oh no, Joe got a penalty in the end, didn't he?
Joe picked one up. I think like 4 laps from the end or something.
So yeah, that was
is complaining. It said Optic Bradford and someone else got done. I don't know what he's on about.
I did, yeah. So him and Havoc made contact. So I went past. I took advantage of their contact to go past.
Oh, I saw that, I think. And he said Optic again at the end. What have you been doing? I don't even know. Unless he means that you've overtaken him because of penalty.
Again at the end, yeah, probably.
I don't know.
It's happened a lot. We did it at Japan as well. I passed him because of his penalties, so maybe that's what it is.
Did you kill me in the tunnel for revenge? Oh, God. To be fair, there was a bit of some odd driving from some people. not just Despair had like one or two incidents, but they weren't like major. I think there was some brake checking involved, which would be interesting. But yeah, I mean P3 for yourself. Yeah, pretty solid effort. So I want to say congratulations. You had a pretty
Thank you very
quiet
much.
race, really, for majority of it, like near the end, where you're obviously just kind of keeping yourself back.
Yeah, those last 10 laps were nice and quiet. The middle stage was really, I tell you, what was the scariest thing was when I had Brad behind me, I had Havoc and Despair fighting in front. And every corner, I didn't know if I was going to see the next one. So that's like 7 or 8 really scary laps in the middle of that race. And then, yeah, it was just plain sailing to the end.
Yeah, I mean, very slow. That's what happens when you keep out the barriers and not picking up penalties. So very well done. So congratulations. We'll move over to P2 BXCN. Hello again. Yeah, another solid lap for you. Another solid race for yourself.
Thank you very much.
I think you had a broken front wing for some reason, and then John decided that he wanted to be nice and crash out behind you. I did think there was contact between you two at first because you were quite close, and then John came into the stream and was like, "Nah, I put it into a wall." I was like, standard stuff.
Yeah, he did, but it was my wing damage came from Bradford. I feel like he brake checked me into turn 1 when I was chasing him down. He was on the old tires, and I was all over him. He was doing a good job of defending. When we got to turn 1, I was right behind him, and yeah, in my screen of view, it looked like he brake checked me, and then I got a bit of damage. So I was carrying that, but then I had a good gap. We were able to gap, like the top 3 or 4 lads were able to put a good bit of distance every time.
Yeah.
Between sort of us and the rest of the pack. So it was just trying to get through a couple of laps, build that gap, and then you can just sort of stick it into a medium or none and just chill out. Like Joe was on a different planet. I didn't even try. He was in front of me, and there was no point pushing because I'd end up crashing myself if I tried to keep up with him. He was just on a different planet tonight. So good drive by him, good drive by Optic as well. But it was a pretty boring race to me. Just tried not to crash.
Yeah.
Made a couple of moves. That was it. Nothing special.
I can't lie. I think we might have to remove not Canada. That's next week. Monaco, because I think the low attendance today just shows that no one likes really racing on Monaco.
I think with Monaco, it's less about having the race, and it's more about the skill set that's required to get around the track like Monaco at speed. Like, I don't turn up for these races because I know it's going to be great wheel to wheel. It does. Can I get through the challenge of not fucking up over nearly 40 laps? That's kind of the reason I do Monaco.
Teach
But
these people that then, because they don't know that why they. I mean, some people have like a valid reason not to turn up. I mean, Brad had no Wi-Fi for like the last 2 weeks or something. He's managed to turn up and get, I think, what, P5. So I mean,
it's about improving. Like, if you don't try and push what you're trying to do, like, okay, I'm rubbish at Monaco, right? Well, do more practice then. Do the race, see what you can learn, and maybe the next time you go in there, you'll have another tip or another trick that allows you to go faster than the other guy. That's basically it. Like, so sitting there going, "No, I don't like Monaco, so I'm just not going to turn up." Like, get over yourself. Like, challenge yourself. That's all.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, P2 for you tonight. I don't know what that does for the championship. Oh, fuck.
Happy enough with that, though.
Oh, I fucked up, lads, I think. Oh, dear. Oh, please tell me it's saying, otherwise I'm going to have to do all this tomorrow. Otherwise I'm going to fucking pop my clogs, I can't lie. I didn't have the thing up.
Which thing?
So I use this thing called Racing Tool.
Oh yeah.
Racing Tools or whatever it's called. Oh fuck. Well, looks like I'm going to be busy over the next few days.
What have you done?
Well, I use this thing called Racing Tools, which does pretty much everything I want it to do, and I didn't have it open, so I'm going to have to manually do all of it. So
okay. I mean, I've got on my stream. I've got the race results and the race director and all that stuff.
I've got everything. Just means I have to do even more work, which I don't want to do. But we move. Well, anyways, I think me fucking up, is the cherry on the cake, and I think we're gonna end this stream. Yeah, congratulations to everyone who finished on the podium, including Joe, who isn't here because he's fucking off to the airport. So fingers crossed he isn't gonna be here next week, so someone else can win. Yeah, he knows.
Amen to that.
But yeah,
We'll give it a go anyway.
what?
We'll give it a go.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I'm sure we could just ban him, I suppose. Give him a race ban for winning too much. But yeah, we
Sounds like a
will
good
be
plan.
back next week for, as I already said, Canada, which will be, I think, another interesting race. But I will be live again, maybe tomorrow. I don't bloody know, but I will be live again Wednesday for Broke Boys, which will be interesting. Until then, guys, I will see you soon, and